Hey, what's up, Rattlers? So here's the story. 7 years ago, it was my first trip to here in Australia, and I toured a lot of really awesome facilities, and one of those facilities was right here at Camo's Reptiles. And I actually put that video on this channel back when it was called Herpers TV. I think it was in the first season. Camo loves his reptiles, and it absolutely shows in the enclosures that he has personally designed here at his facility. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Camo's Reptiles is one of the best private facilities anywhere in Australia. So let's go check out Camo's Reptiles here in Sydney, Australia, and see all the updates that have happened here since I was last here just 7 years ago. I'm Dāv Kaufman, and I tour the world to see how reptiles are living in the wild. And while I'm at it, checking out some of the most amazing facilities and reptile expos as well. It's all about learning, appreciation, and conservation. So come with me and join my reptile adventures.
At Zilla, we are dedicated to the innovation of caging, lighting, and equipment solutions that provide proper husbandry for your pet's long and happy life. To see our entire catalog, visit zillarules.com.
All right, so what's new in this room?
Okay, so it's a Saturday here at the moment. Every Saturday I do free show and tell, free everything for the kids. They come and play with the animals, feed the animals, I educate them, get younger generation involved in them so they can grow up and keep the hobby going.
Absolutely.
This young lady here's just bringing some snakes in to get sexed. Tali's going to sex, Tali helps me, she's one of my best helpers I got here. And she'll be sexing the snakes for Leanne here to see what sex they are.
Fantastic.
We do it all for free, and yeah, that's what we're doing here on a Saturday. Okay, this is still the turtle tank's been the same. That's their land, island. These have been in here for about 20 years, these turtles.
Yeah, I remember these last time I was here.
Still as good as the day I built it. They come up, lay their eggs in here, which they did this year.
Cool, so you're also breeding turtles here?
I am, I do a bit of everything. I've done the insects, the frogs, the turtles, the snakes, and the lizards, a whole lot this year. So, yeah, it was a pretty good year for that sort of stuff.
All right, so Lacey's are still here. These guys are awesome.
Well, what I'll do, I'm going to feed them a few eggs. So that's one of my favourite things is watching a Lacey eat a chook egg.
Absolutely.
So I'll go get their food.
Right on.
Okay, so I've got to do this really, really quick. They're going to charge me at the door. I'm going to go up and down the ladder.
Here they come. Whoa, 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 whoa.
In the bowl you in here. This cage here is Spud and Chaos. Some of the other monitors we have. Yeah, so this is one of my first monitors I ever had. I got them as an adult about over 20 years ago, and I still got them. It's a Sydney Sand Goanna. They're really rare now because of the land clearing. Yeah, us humans have wrecked all their homes, so they're getting hard to come by. Yep, and land clearing, feral animals, foxes, cats, dogs, eat them as babies, so they don't get to grow up.
Wow.
Even in my lizard pit out the back, I'm having a lot of trouble with cats at the moment, but yeah. But random customers come, and what we do, we go, do you want to hold the lizard? Here you go. Give him a cuddle like a teddy bear. There you go. So the random customers come over, we hand them to them, and that's how they get to learn about their monitors and stuff.
That's fantastic. Check out this awesome Spencer's monitor. And there's a couple of different things about this Spencer's monitor that maybe you're gonna notice, maybe you're not gonna notice. But he has clear fingernails, he has one black eye and one normal eye, and instead of a blue tongue, he's got a pink tongue. So what do you guys think that this Spencer's monitor is? I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with hypo. This is a Hypo Spencer's monitor. It is just an amazing little dude. Look at the markings on his back. That is classic Hypo coloration. And look at those nails. They're perfectly clear, where otherwise on a normal Spencer's monitor, those would be dark or even black. So this is a Hypo Spencer's monitor. This is a one-of-a-kind monitor over here at Camo's. Just an incredible little dude, but check this out. This is a normal Spencer's monitor. This is how big they get. Just a big boy here. But as you can see, he's got both normal eyes, and his claws are much darker than the Hypo. This is an awesome dude, and his name is Chaos. There's always something just absolutely awesome every time I come over here, which is now twice in 7 years. But look at this guy. Just absolutely awesome.
I'm still doing all my AMI and all my aspers.
Fantastic.
All of my favourite geckos. These are only here temporary, so I can show you.
Oh wow, those are huge.
Yeah, they're my favourite gecko. The AMI. Have a go at that. Knobtail gecko. Oop, you tried to bite the camera. Isn't that an awesome animal?
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the AMI. Wow, that is a big, chunky knobtail.
They're both, yeah, my favourite for a gecko.
Fantastic.
Have a look here, they've got the little knob on the tail, they knob around. Whee! And in this one, we've got the smooth knob tails, which are quite awesome if you like them.
They're almost patternless.
Yeah. Oh, he bit me on the finger. He wasn't happy
I don't think he bit you, I think he kissed you. And you've been breeding these for a number of years now.
Yeah, heaps and heaps and heaps.
Yeah, I remember these from 7 years ago. How many animals do you think you're up to now?
Oh, I've actually cut back. I've probably got about 700 to 800 at the moment.
Yeah.
Last time you come, I had over 1,000.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah,
So down by a couple of hundred.
I am.
Yeah. So you're getting what now? 3 hours of sleep a night instead of 2?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so last time I was here, you had this really big frilly. Is he still around?
Yes, there's one here. And there he is up here.
Yeah.
And that's his wife down the bottom. I have got some of his offspring. We had to move our young guy here. You'd see the top of his frill. I had him with some other ones, and he got into a blue, which is a shame. I always think they got their map of Australia on their frill.
That's right.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Frill necks are really, really good. They don't eat other lizards. You can put little baby lizards with them. It doesn't matter.
Wow, they don't do this in captivity very often, do they?
No, they don't. Over here, I've got some of my favourite little pets, frogs. We fed these yesterday, but I love feeding them mice. You watch this. Oh, not my finger. There you go, buddy. Gone. How quick was that, eh? So, they love it. In a while, they go into the birds' nest, eat baby birds, little rodents, and all that sort of stuff. You even seen pictures on Polly Facebook eating baby snakes. Anything what moves, they'll grab if they're hungry. So yes, I like hand feeding the frogs. Looks like that one's got a cigar hanging out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
At the moment, I've got an olive in this one. I'm just going to let it know I'm not going to feed it. So I'm going to cheat, show him this so he knows I'm not going to feed him. Now he knows I'm not going to feed him, because I do feed him in the cage. That's an olive, baby olive. These get massive.
Now these are one of Australia's larger pythons.
They are. This one and the scrub python, which is the amethyst python, which I've got a new one here which I'll pull out and show you soon. They're a pretty snake for a brown snake.
Yeah.
You do put them in the sunlight and the rainbow colours do come out.
Yeah, you can kind of see that iridescence here.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
I know. You go back in your little house.
So your facility is now open to the public.
It sure is. So I do everything free here now. All sexing, show and tell. We get heaps of young families coming over. They get to hold the animals, and hopefully I can get a whole new generation into the hobby. And yeah, so when I die off, it'll be someone to take my place. And I've seen kids from this big to that big grow up and it's still into the hobby now. So it's really good watching the kids grow up, still into the hobby. Even some stay in the teenage years when they start drifting off, a lot of them even stayed into the hobby, so yeah.
So you have just tons of people coming in here now.
I do. I get some helpers, some volunteers help. We've got young Zara here, she's a young helper, she comes and helps on the weekend.
Fantastic.
She does a lot of the younger kids for me, like younger kids, she'll get show them how to feed and how to look after them all, don't you Zara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
She's really good.
Is this a dream come true to work here?
Yeah, it's really nice to work here. I love working and having experience with all the different types of animals. One day I'd be working with a monitor and the next with a turtle or with a snake. I always get Albie here out. It's really a good experience.
That is absolutely wonderful.
So this is Albie. She's an albino python, a Darwin albino python, and she's 2 years old.
What do you think? Is that the first snake you've ever held? Do you like it? That's awesome.
As you can see, the biggest things I like about this is the smile on the kids' faces.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I still got my boxing bag up because I used to use it when I was young, but I haven't used it.
You haven't used it, yeah. Now it's just a snake shed rack huh? Yeah, kind of like the one in my house.
Yeah, it brings back memories. Here we have some Rosenberg monitors.
Oh, yeah, I love these guys.
These are about 3 years old. We call them Rosenberg, so when they're young, they're really bright coloured, and as they get bigger, they do lose their colour as they get bigger.
Look at that beauty.
They're sort of like a mini lace monitor.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
And these are native to New South Wales.
They are, yes.
That is the most awful ringtone.
That's what the kid's going to scream out of it. Labour speaking.
All right, that one looks beautiful. This is the money maker. Let's do it.
And bugger all.
That's not good.
Or a cricket.
Yeah.
Spiders and crickets. We call this.
Over here, if we swing around, I've got a water well. You can see the ants in the nest here.
Oh, look at that.
But they're actually stuck in the swamp. There's a swamp right around the whole lot, so they can't get out. And they're just yellow, orange sugar ants in there.
So you built a moat.
I built them up, mate, so
Yeah.
I couldn't get in there. Let's see if we get a bit of white light in here. In the nest, I put thermometers, so I keep an eye on the temperature. I put big water chambers behind them, so I just pour the water down here. The water just goes into the vessel block, keeps it moist. I put heat pads on the back with thermostats, so I put my reptile knowledge and ant knowledge all together. So I've done something no one's done before.
Is there a market for ants?
There's a massive market, so you can pay up to $300 for one ant.
Right.
If it's a queen ant, but she can live for 30 or 40 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and that one queen ant can lay up to 300,000 or 400,000 eggs.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
it depends on what you got. So I love getting the scorpions out for the kids, and you put an ultraviolet light on them, and they glow. And yeah, the kids love that. And these are the Flinders Rangers scorpions, and they're really, really friendly. So all these tubes go outside to them outside world. So what I've done here now, I've upgraded again. I got bored. So about 4 months ago I started building this. So what it is for ants, insects, spiders, all that bug room. But the ants can go outside and hunt. You'll see these tubes here. These tubes here go on the inside.
Right, we saw that.
Yeah, you'll see all the ants nest in there. They go out here, they can do their hunting, foraging, go back into the tubes and go back out. I've got little solar fans for the heat, little covers for the rain.
Wow, and
It
look
gives
at
them something to
how
do.
you decorated this. This is awesome.
Yeah, well, this scene was supposed to be the end of the world. Humans have stuffed the planet, everyone's died, and all the bugs are coming back. That's why I got this scene, to show people what we're doing to the world. And we've all died off, and the ants and insects are taking over now.
That is absolutely fantastic.
That was the theme behind that one.
That is fantastic.
Over here, I've got a dinosaur theme going for the younger kids. The ants aren't established enough to put in here yet, because I've got my colony. The bigger the ant, the slower they take to build up.
Right.
So in a year's time, this should be covered with massive bull ants.
Those bull ants are, yeah.
And they do hurt when they bite you.
Fantastic. And look at this. You got little beardies in this one.
Beardy desert scene I thought I'd go.
This is just fantastic. What's going on there?
Little Pinocchio's mate, Jiminy Cricket's catching a bearded dragon.
Jiminy Cricket's catching a bearded dragon.
Remember, I've got to keep it kid orientated, so they get a bit of a laugh out of it, yeah. Last time you come, this big cage here was only half filled. So what I've done here, I've made a reptile room. Had to iron out the bugs, which I did. The worst thing was the sun. So the sun wakes up here, it was shining into the glass. So when we open these up, panels, behind the panels are snakes in this one at the moment. That's an albino Darwin carpet. I built it all myself out of cement. The hardest part was the tree because I didn't realise cement doesn't stick upside down. So it took me a while to work out how to do it. So at the end of the day I put cement and got glad wrap around it till it's set, then took the glad wrap off. I put heat cord into all the wet cement. So all the tree, all the rockage, everything's completely heated on a thermostat. Gets too hot, fans come on, fans turn off.
Wow, so you actually made these ornamental sun shields.
I did. So what I've done, I've recycled old fence palings. All this is done with old fence palings. Just to recycle the wood and get the rustic look, so why not recycle when we can?
Right.
So, yeah. In this one at the moment, it's some more baby Spencers. These aren't special ones, by the way. These are the ones, just normal Spencers. Okay, then I've made bottom pits down here. So, it's all completely heated at the moment. Giant hot rocks. It goes all the way back. The light bulb has blown, which I have to put a new light bulb in, so sorry about the lighting.
No worries.
That's one thing with so many cages, maintenance never ever stops. So
right.
When you have one cage, you might do one thing every 2 or 3 months. I'm doing 3 or 4 things a day because I've got so many cages. So, also how I designed this cage, and of course, your most important thing is the sink.
That's right.
Everywhere I've got my cages, put sinks to help me do the cleaning. Now it gets really hot in Australia. So what I've done, I've put a big piping system in from up here, sucks all the hot air on a thermostat down. You see the pipe system to the cages down the bottom to recycle some hot air. So if we come into this room, you grow up babies in here too.
Look at these little baby beardies in here.
And this is how I get into them cages if you're curious, this way. That's the snake's view looking at us out the window.
So yeah, last time I was here 7 years ago, this was just an empty shed. It's amazing to see what you've done with it.
And I've totally insulated it. I've learned insulation.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
The pond and the outdoor enclosure is still here. That is awesome.
I've had a couple little hiccups with putty cats coming in.
Oh yeah.
Jumping the fence. So I've actually put some extra perspex on now. That's where they mainly jump over. So the only downside of this at the moment is the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but it's not much I can do about it. It's a big battle trying to get rid of the cats, or keep the cats down, or scare the cats away. So, but apart from that, it's going great. The water dragons, turtles, water skinks. It's a cold, cloudy day today.
Yeah.
So there's not much out today.
Well, that's all right. We can see a few things here.
Yeah.
But you still have the land mullets and the blue tongues in here.
The blue tongues are all here, but being no sun out, there's no lizards out.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Big male water dragon.
Yeah, I see him up there.
With his territory.
Yeah.
You can see how Lacey's from the inside on the outside now. They just had a big feed. Now they're out there digesting their food with the little sun we had today.
So this is where the lace monitors come out to sun themselves from that indoor cage.
There's 2 massive cages built on top.
Look at that. That is just incredible.
Okay, this is our old kids' cubby house. As I probably would have said before, the kids grew up. They left me with a cubby house. So I've modified it into all different sections. There's a cage here, there's a cage here, there's a big cage here for the monitors, there's another small cage here. So it's all got solar fans and heaters, so when it gets too hot, the solar panel kicks on and keeps the heat so nothing overheats. So I've covered every little avenue you can. It's got its whole heating in there. The Perentes, which is just having a look now, they've got the little hot box. They think they're going to get fed, so we might even feed them in a minute.
Yeah. So essentially this was a clubhouse for kids that you customized into several enclosures.
Correct. That's what happened.
I love it.
Okay, we're going to get some rats today. So they're usually pretty placid and come eat out of your hand, but you've got to keep an eye on them. There we go. These get the more the expensive food. The laces will give them all the heart, the chicken necks, the eggs.
Sure.
So, see if you want one. There you go. There's a really calm. You couldn't do this to a lacy anyway if you tried.
Right.
Look at that, eh? Straight down the hatch.
All right, so I gotta ask you, this is a huge facility. You've got this room, you've got all these out here. We haven't even seen the house yet, but God, what are you paying electricity here?
Okay, that's a killer now. Australia's got the worst electricity in the whole world. Per day, because it's got daily usage on the bill, $27.80 a day I'm up to now.
$27 a day in electricity just to run this place. A day.
So that's bringing me over 15, you can play up to over 15,000 a year just in power. So, yeah.
Jeez.
It's not only me, my mother is an old lady by herself and she's up to about $800 or $900 a quarter just running a little air conditioner. So
Oh my God.
Australia's got all the coal, all the resources, and we pay the most for the electricity in the world. The biggest killer at the moment is our electricity. That's why I'm starting to put little solar panels everywhere.
Yeah.
As you can see up here, I've got solar panels here. On my roof, there's solar panels everywhere. Just to help cut the
Well, you have to.
power down.
You have to.
Yeah.
Wow. $27 a day to
Yeah.
run this place.
To run it. That's just the power. Not mentioning food,
Right.
maintenance, and all the rest of it. Yeah.
Employees.
Yep.
Wow.
And I do it all pretty much for free. I get all the special cares, kids coming and kids' birthday parties for free. They come. I just, yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, hey, it's
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, you get the smiles and the laughs, and it's great.
Absolutely. All right, so your neighbor's house is like right on top of your property. What do they think about all this?
Yeah, well, I was here first. Yeah.
All right, so that's Camo's backyard. Wouldn't you love to have a backyard set up like this? But we haven't seen anything yet. Wait till we see inside the house. Okay, so you still have your coffee table that goes down into an enclosure that you built in your basement.
I sure do, and it's never ever cleaned it once. The only thing I've ever done to it is topped up the water, which I've got a hose hidden under the ground. All I go is connect the hose up to the front, and it tops the water up. But it's its own ecosystem in here now. Now and then I might have to clean the glass, of course, but that's about it. At the moment, we've got Boyd's forest dragons in here, black rock skinks, we've got frogs sitting in the corner, we've got frill necks, and all that sort of stuff.
Look at that.
This is one of my favourite enclosures.
So this is incredible the way that you've designed this, because it goes all the way down, but yet you put these logs right here and these branches right here so that they can actually come up into the coffee table, and you can be sitting here having a lounge.
That's
and
right. And because
looking right at the lizards.
Because the cage is so big, it's always something different coming up. The frill neck, a frog, whatever the case may be. So it's always changing. They go back down. When you zoom around here, you can see there's a massive waterfall. And so some other boards under the light. I've made it like spotlight, looking like the rainforest would be in Cairns, coming through the trees. That's why you can see some bright light here and there, not too much.
That is absolutely ingenious. This is my favorite part about visiting here 7 years ago, was seeing this coffee table that goes all the way down into an underground enclosure.
The film doesn't do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
No.
You have to be here to appreciate how awesome this is. So the table is still here, and what do we have in here now?
Actually, we've got mean ringtail geckos. You swing around, there's one on the right there.
Ringtail. Oh, look at those.
Last time you come here, I had the amii in here.
That's right. That's right. Yes. And I love this because these are built right into your table here, so you can have a dinner party and be watching the lizards built right into the table here. That is just insane.
And in my party room still here, which I never use anymore, but I've got my Boyd's forest dragon, my second colony of Boyd's forest dragons in here still.
Yep, I certainly remember this enclosure.
You remember this guy from the other day?
Yeah, the Rattle-On Award winner from the Expo.
That's him.
All right, so how long did it take you to build like this enclosure?
This one probably took about 4 weeks to 5 weeks to build. We used the marine ply. We put a double slide in the windows so you can get into both sides. Both windows are fixed on one side.
Yep.
I hid all the electricals under here.
Yep,
So
I
it looks
remember
nice
seeing that.
and-
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's fully automatic again. Yeah, so it's come a good waterfall because it's Boyd's mainly.
Right, and so Boyd's will not drink from standing water,
No,
and you were the one who
water.
discovered that they
Correct,
need a
yeah.
waterfall.
And one of the first ones to breed them, we worked out how to breed them.
That's right.
Incubation very low.
Oh, I see little gidgies.
This is my depressor cage.
So these are really red gidgies. Are these from a locale?
Yeah, the Western Australian gidgee. I've had them here for about 15 years now.
Yeah.
They breed every year in here. They're pretty awesome colours. They're my favourite skink.
How many have in here?
There's about 10.
About 10 of these.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's a really big cage.
So what do you got there, Talia?
So this is a Perentie Monitor. His name's Razor. He's pretty young at the moment and pretty small, but he's got a lot of growing to do. These guys come from, inland Australia, and they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome.
This is the male, which is going to go out with the 3 wives. We'll be seen out eating the rats.
Ah, very nice. So you
Yes.
got a male for those 3
This is the
females
male.
out there.
Definitely 100% male.
Fantastic. So how many Perenties do you have?
3 females and 1 male.
3
now.
females and 1 male. Yeah, there are people around the world that would cut off their right foot to have 3 females and 1 male
Well, they're
Perenties.
hard to get, just like the green
Right.
tree pythons. We can't import them from even our own state
Right.
anymore. We can't get them from Queensland. Some of these monitors, the Spencers, the Perenties, they're all going the same way. So
Right.
what's here now can stay. So it's up to people like me and other breeders I know to keep them going in New South Wales.
Right, because
Yeah.
you can't get them from Queensland down here.
No, it's getting too hard. now.
Absolutely.
They're changing all the laws.
Right. Well, Camo, it is so awesome to be back here 7 years later and see what
Yeah.
you're doing. So thank you, man, for the
Not a
tour
problem at
again.
all.
Love what you're doing, and I love the changes that you made with this place, and I love seeing that everything is kind of still the same. But this is awesome.
I promise in 7 years' time I'll still be here and bigger and better again.
And then I'll come
Always
back and do
upgrading.
another episode in 7 years.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll see you then.
So Rattlers, I just gotta say, I absolutely love coming to private facilities like this and visiting with people like Camo who are so unbelievably dedicated to their reptiles that they just go all out with their displays and their enclosures. So I hope that videos like this really help inspire you guys with your enclosures. I know it does mine. So leave a comment below and let me know how people like Camo here in Australia, or maybe Jean-Paul in Amsterdam, let me know how they have inspired you in your designs of your enclosures in your facilities as well. And as always, hit that subscribe button, and when you do, hit that bell so you never miss an upload. Share this video, also hit that like button. And until the next reptile adventure from here in Australia, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.